Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. We're on our Seven Deadly Sin series, and the second one I'm speaking about will be gluttony. Gluttony. What does it mean? It means too much of one thing is not good. Very interesting. I touched upon it when I did the Seven Deadly Sins, and I found it very interesting because I had my own little spin on it. So let's go to too much of a good thing is not maybe always so good. Okay, so I can understand that phrase. Try to not be over indulgent in one thing. Like I see addictive behaviors, and when somebody has an addictive behavior, they constantly are doing it. So if it's fitness, they're constantly working out. If it's just one thing, if it's just diving into something, they'll dive the heck out of it. So you've got to have a balance, because without a balance, you won't have peace. Okay, so this is very, very important to be very aware of your actions to what you're doing. Are you a workaholic? Is it too much work? My husband has often stated that I'm a workaholic and I need to, step back a little bit and let some good things come in for me because I'm always doing it for everybody else. Is he right? Yeah, he is. And it's been a hard thing for me, but the last 2 years I've been trying more and more to find my balance. And it's a little foreign at times, I'm not going to lie. It feels a little strange when I'm not working. But then again, I have to start focusing, how do I feel when I'm not working? Okay, let's get the regret off the table, like, oh, I can be helping more people. Oh, I can be doing this. Well, you know what? We can always do it to death, as they say. But when you have a balance, it's kind of nice. The other day I had a day off and my husband says, how do you feel that you have this day off? And I said, I actually like it. He goes, well, why do you feel like it's a bad thing? I says, because I'm not used to it. He goes, well, look, I'm not telling you to have a day off every day, but have a day off, re-energize your body, give your mind a break, and just see whatever comes into what you want to do for Susan. So I'm being honest, I am working on it. It's something that I have to work on, but I am doing it. And I guess I want to pass that along because, I'm not perfect by no means. And when I struggle with something, I'll be the first one to talk about it. That is probably my biggest flaw, is that I overwork, and it's not good. Because what happens is it takes over everything for me and I get tired. And that's something that I do want to say. It's not fun being tired. And I don't want life passing me by without me enjoying the things that I set out to do, that I'm doing all the work with it. So it's interesting. Now, I want to flip it a little bit because I don't want to contradict myself, but I want to give you a different idea and how to look at gluttony. Okay? Too much of one thing isn't good. When my daughter was diagnosed with verbal autism, I remember well, I dived in to so much research that I ate, slept, and lived autism for a long time because I wanted answers that really doctors at the time were not giving me. We've come a long way since then, and I'm very grateful. But at the time, because my daughter now is 30 years old, so, you're talking 24 years ago. I'm really glad I never gave up. I was one of those parents that I always tried a different therapy, a different way to communicate, if she would listen to the communication better, different teachers, different therapies, different diets. I was so much on nutrition, and really there isn't a whole lot that I don't know about nutrition because I lived it and breathed it with my child. And for that, I'm grateful. Now, was it too much of one thing? It was, but the outcome was fantastic because my daughter got better in time. So in some things, I will say that maybe not giving up and finding different ways to improve is maybe a good thing. So you're going to say, now, which is it, Susan? Too much or not too much? Well, there's a balance, but the balance for my daughter was having a mother that didn't give up because she's got such a quality of life now. I sometimes think back then, had I have not been diligent to do the research and to find different strategies, different ways for her mind to connect that she couldn't normally do, where would she have been today? So, for the parents that are out there, never stop. Never stop finding different ways to help your child flourish mentally, emotionally, and physically, or all of the above. So for that part, I would say keep going with it, really. But on the flip note, if you're a workaholic, if you're doing too much of one thing that is occupying yourself, that you're losing yourself, it's time to rethink and shift and bring and incorporate a little bit of a balance of goodness, good times with friends, watching a movie that you don't have to think, just something that's going to gear yourself back to a balance and normalcy that you have been lacking. You know, I've always been the person doing all of these different things for people. And I remember we love to entertain. My husband and I always entertained. We've always had large parties. It was nothing for us to have 100 people. Okay, and you're going to say 100 people. Yeah. Every Christmas time, it was the first Friday in December, we would have our annual big Christmas party. And I have to tell you, we have grand memories of it. We had a bigger home at the time. We were able to do that. And it was just lovely. But what I do remember most is that all the preparation that it took, that by the time the party came, you're going to laugh. Did I really enjoy it? I felt like I was a robot not enjoying it. And if I could change the one thing, it would be that it didn't have to be perfect, and I wish I could have enjoyed it better. So for all of you that are the perfectionists out there, it's never going to be 100% perfect, because there is no such thing that I've learned now of being perfect. Enjoy it. Don't be too tired to enjoy your hard work. I think that's the message that I want to say today. Be human, enjoy it, sit down, have a drink with a friend, get caught up on a conversation that's nice, have some laughter, get in the pictures, don't be one of these people, oh, I don't like myself in pictures. I never like myself in pictures either, but you know what? The other day, my husband found a box, and I could not believe that there were pictures that I forgot about. And my daughter was here, my husband was here, we were looking, we were laughing at some of them. Some of them were like, oh my God, you know? But it took us back, but each of us had a smile on our face. It brought us back to a good place and a great memory. Keep that in mind, because this will keep going over and over again when you constantly let yourself enjoy the moment. I hope this helped. I hope this gave you food for thought on gluttony. Anything that is too much of a negative thing that's taking you away from yourself is not a positive thing. But anything that could be helping and beneficial is good. But the key thing is for gluttony is make room for the balance so you can enjoy yourself. I hope this helped, and there will be more to come on the 7 deadly sins. Until then, enjoy, have a blessed week. Subscribe to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. More to come. All the best. Bye-bye.